J.Cole has released his album, The Off Season.
Jermaine, yeah. Cole, yes.
Animated Milk. Now it's been a little bit over 2 weeks, maybe a week or two since it's been released. Released May 14th. And prior to the release of this album, he gave us some anticipation for it. Basically, not releasing it on the day and just saying, hey, my album's out, like most artists have been doing as of late. It creates that anticipation that you received back in the day when CDs were a thing, or the avenue that we listen to when it comes to music. Now, with him doing that, it creates that build up. Like, as soon as midnight comes, you're like, you know what? Press play, let's check it out. And man, my goodness. I would honestly say that this album has one of the best intros. Not just overall in his projects, but just overall in music projects in general. Oh my god. Oh my god. So sick. Immediately once it starts, the beat starts to build. The beat starts to build. It has that Harlem feel, Harlem, New York feel to it, you know, and then you hear Killer. Woo! Woo! Ah! It's like, oh, we're about to get a Cameron verse or something, you know? But Cameron, he built that hype for us. And then J. Cole, he just, you know, he slammed that bad boy right after that alley-oop, you know. The first track, it's so much energy. He has such a swagger on there that he doesn't have on a lot of his projects, you know. And this project in particular, he's creating a dynamic that is expressing how confident that he is in his skills. He's basically claiming dominance over the rap game and saying that, hey, I do this. This is what I do. Don't get it twisted. And with the first song, we have Cameron on there, but in the background, you notice we have these little, has those little John vocals on there. You know, if you grew up in the early 2000s, you know anything with Lil Jon will get you hype, straight hype, you know. So it created a good feel with hearing Lil Jon vocals in the background, midway between the first track, and then at the end of the first track, Lil Jon just set it off, you know. Now, Amari, which is the second song on the album, I feel like this is the perfect song after that, because it's a hype song leading into more melodic song. In my opinion, I feel like he went the Little Baby route in a sense, where it kind of sounds like there's auto-tune on it, but his flow is so sick. His flow is so sick and it's smooth throughout the entire track. He has a song on there with Amari, and that song is called My Life. Now that song is really freaking good, man. Murray on those vocals, oh my god. Murray on those vocals, he killed it. I'm not too familiar with this artist, but he killed it. And also they're talking about their life, things that they come from, and you know, their attitude towards approaching different situations from their lives, their families, and how you know, they've been affected by the trauma that they've experienced in their past. And Murray, he displays those vocals pretty well. Now the lyrical ability on that it's obvious that J. Cole's making it obvious that he does this. And I feel like J. Cole and 21 Savage, they complement each other really well. It's such an odd combination, but they complement each other really well. 21 Savage, his verse on there is just like, oh my god. Like 21 Savage is, either he's stepping it up, or he hears J. Cole and he's like, you know what, I gotta step it up. But regardless, that song is definitely one of those songs that make you have to go back to it over and over. It's an easy listen, and 21 Savage is not disappointing. Also, you can always expect good bars from J. Cole. Now, one of my favorite songs on there, which I kind of have a gripe with, is Applying Pressure. The beat is so sick, and J. Cole is just, oh my gosh, he's killing it. He is killing it. He is killing it. He, even in this song, you can tell that he's feeling himself, because he spends like a little bit over a minute talking and saying, you know, how he's doing it, I do it, ain't nobody do it how I do it. And you know, the sucky thing is, like, it's probably one of my favorite songs on the album, but I wish that he didn't do that particular part, or if he did, he had more rhymes and more lyrics to go in the song versus just spending half the song rhyming and half the song talking his talk, you know. I respect the talk part, but the beat was so sick and his rhyme scheme was so good. I felt like his verse was just, it wasn't long enough in my opinion, but it was still a dope track. But I wish that particular song was longer. I just wish that song was long, because it's one of my favorite joints, man. I love the beat. One of the more standout joints on the album is Pride is the Devil, the one that he has with Lil Baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He killed that. Lil Baby killed it, J.Cole killed it, and just like with 21 Savage, I feel like J.Cole and Lil Baby, they complement each other real well. Lil Baby, he the way he's flowing, it's not anything out of the norm. He, has that fast flow, but you can understand everything that he's saying. It conveys the message. It stays on topic of being the pride is the devil. And in this song, the pride being the devil, he's speaking on, he gets in situations, whether it's dangerous, whether it's with family, or if it's, just in situations in general, that, hey, my pride is evil. It's not doing anything that's making a situation better. Or it's hiding, like even in the hood. Terrified, paranoid, I put you over everything to fill the void. It's like, even if you're terrified, you're paranoid, you put your pride over everything. So, you just, even if you're scared, even if you're nervous, even if you have this feeling, you have this pride, like, whatever, my pride is, my pride is number one. So the pride is kind of painting the picture of who you are, and it could be the downside, And me personally, I know people, and maybe I'm speaking from personal experience, that when they're in situations, whether it's good or bad, their pride just gets in their way for them to see something that's bigger than their circumstance, So pride is a very powerful thing, and he definitely conveys that message pretty well. And Lil Baby, he compliments it. Now, overall, this album is dope. I feel like it's a perfect combination of melodic tunes mixed with hip hop, melodic tunes mixed with rap. And because it's a perfect balance. You have Black on here, you have 21 Savage, you have Bass, you have Murray, and you have Lil Baby. So it's not too many rappers and it's not too many singers. It's a nice balance of it. Now Bass, he's featured on like 3 tracks and he's a singer, so you hear a lot of his vocals on most of the tracks. It makes the album really catchy and easy to listen to, since you get these hard thumping beats with also these melodic downsides to it. And I feel like this album is put together really well. It's not too long and it's an easy listen. There's no track on here, me personally, that I feel that, hey, you know what? I want to skip this. There's not one track on here that I feel like I need to skip. I've listened to this album at least 15 times. And I still enjoy it. I find myself figuring out new tunes that I'm picking up, new lyrics and new words and new ways to understand the song. I feel like this album gives you a lot more than 39 minutes that is condensed to. I feel like he could have put a lot more on this album, but how it is, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's a nice balance, man. So I was completely satisfied with this album. The only few gripes that I have about this album is that, 1, I would like Cameron to have a verse on here. 2, that applying pressure, I wish he had a longer verse on there instead of him talking on there so much, which is cool, but I would have preferred more of a verse. And maybe a longer album just so we can get more J.Cole verse, but I'm completely satisfied with the album how it is. I'm not sure if it's too early to call this album a classic. Hey, hold on. Don't beat me over the head. I know you have to give the album some time to sit, listen to it, let it marinate. Time will tell, obviously. If you listen to certain albums, you already know as soon as you hear it, okay, I can see this. It's very impactful, and based on the subject matter of this, there's so much content. He's speaking on matters that a lot of people can relate to, and he's speaking on things that he has experienced. So overall, I really enjoyed this album, and I cannot see myself not listening to it in the upcoming years, man. Really good album, solid project in my personal opinion by J. Cole. Man, I'm so excited to listen to more music that he has released. I'm not sure when it'll happen, but man, funny thing is, I want him to come out with another album already, because I just enjoyed this one so much. I want more content. Maybe that's selfish, but hey, I just really enjoyed this album. So the off season, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. It's a really good listen. It's a short listen, it's a little bit over a half an hour. So, if you're going to the gym, going for a nice little traffic jam, it's a good album to listen to. Or, wherever you are, just check the album out if you haven't. Also, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on this album if you had a chance to listen to it. If not, let's do it right now, please. But yeah, man, you all take care, enjoy your day, and I appreciate your ear. Alright, holla.
I'm just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it. I'm just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it. I'm just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it, just kicking it. I'm just